Everybody, welcome. This is Ron Williams, your Chief Visionary of Shopley, and I'm joined by my two partners today and many great leaders that we have on with us. And so please, if you wouldn't mind, on the Q&A, just state where your name is and where you're coming in from here today, because this is going to fill up really quick. In fact, it is filling up really quick. It's a rerun we had a week ago. Always good to see that happen, guys. But also, if you're visiting from another country and you need another language today, click on the captions, the CC down below, and look for your language and click it. We will try our hardest to speak slower for you so you feel accommodated and welcome to the table with the rest of us. We're about half full right now in what, 25 seconds? So if this is an opportunity for you guys to call or text your people, this is a great time to do that. Text your people. You want somebody on, you better hurry. You better be quick with those texts and get them on really quickly, because this is going to be another earth-shattering announcements today. We're just going to give you the latest, greatest updates. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Hey guys, anyone that's normally one of our panelists, just raise your hand. I'm going to upgrade you so we can create space so we can push past 500. Thank you, guys.
Amen. And while we're doing this, folks, feel free just to say where you're from. Let me see what we got here. We got York, Pennsylvania, California, Wyoming, New Mexico. Wow, it's pretty American. North America. What's that?
Curacao. I always love saying the word Curacao.
Yeah,
He's
thank
always
you.
there, Raymond the soldier.
Because I can't. Thank you very much. Yes, good to see everybody. So if you guys flip through, you can see for yourself how many people are joining us and from what part of the world they're from. And that's what makes this opportunity just a business that never sleeps, leveraging the global economy to every doorstep. Forget about your local economy. Now it's our global economy coming to your doorstep, which is beautiful. We get to create and dictate it ourselves. Thank you guys for coming on. We're going to start here in about 30 seconds. Again, if you want to text somebody to get on, this would be the time to do that, to make sure you get your people on from your group. But we're going to make some very important announcements for you guys today. And while we're waiting, I'm going to tell you a little story. One time I was walking down the street as a young man, and I witnessed a car accident. And I'll never forget looking around like, oh, who's going to handle this? Only to find out that it was going to have to be me, because there was nobody standing around. I heard a little baby crying in one of the cars. So I ran over to the car. I'm dialing the number with one hand. I'm yelling out instructions, and I open the back door and I grab that baby, the seatbelt, and grab the baby. Well, when it was all done, everybody was surrounding around us. You know, we're all talking, and I was like hyperventilating, like something really bad happened to me. And nothing bad happened to me. I actually got to be there. But the thing I learned about that is this. We all have this certain intentional muscles, what I call it. And some people talk about intention like I meant to, when intention it means I will do. And this is a good time to consider that, because when you're around really successful people, when I'm around Rod or I'm around Nick and I watch their intentional muscles and I pay close attention, man, they don't wait for an emergency like that. They wait for right now is the time to flex your intentional muscle. Some people wait for an emergency and then it scares the crap out of them like it did me. There's no need for that, guys. Use it at will, because your dreams are important. They are an emergency. So that's a good lesson for today, because right now you are in the driver's seat of this great company, the future of this company. And this is the prices we get to pay together to be early in the game. So with that, I'm going to just welcome everybody on and say thank you for being here. And Shopley, guys, we have something bigger than all of us. So none of us get in the way. And with that, I'm going to turn the time over to my partner, our president, who just returned back from a tour. And he's back to work. This guy never stops. He freaks me out a little bit. I wonder if he's got a clone or two out there, because this guy is pretty productive and busy. With that, he's got a great heart, guys, a great talent as well. Very good mind. I always say he's very attractive, but in the right way. He just knows how to attract, you know. So, Rod, you're attractive as well, my friend. But
thank you.
Turn it over to Nick right now.
This is a lesson in AI. The real Nick is somewhere in Bora Bora. This is deep fake Nick. Is that what they call it? Deep fake? It's not the real Nick. Hey guys, I'm going to ask everyone for a little bit of patience and grace, because I'm running on hour 21. I came from Europe today and now I'm back in America. So on about 2.5 hours sleep. Shout out to all my Europeans on right now, because I know it's midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. there. Bravo to you. I know it's probably 5 in the morning somewhere with my folks in Malaysia and Thailand. Just so honored to work with all of you guys. Guys, we're approaching 400. So we have 100 seats left in the webinar. I would push into it, lean into it, get everybody on. What I want to do right now, I know some of you are not upgraded yet. Some of you guys are still on the fence. You saw the post. Some of you guys are like, all right, I'm just learning about Shoply. Well, what is Shoply? Guys, Shoply is a global platform that's uniting vendors of physical and digital products with people of great business development skill to bring them onto the platform and to connect them with team builders and social media influencers worldwide. We're currently moving out of our Whisper campaign into our pre-launch. Our pre-launch we're day 6 right now, maybe day 5. I don't even know what day it is, maybe day 7, who knows? But it is early. And you're on today to talk about some announcements and strategy. Announcements and strategy is different than what is it and why should I do it? So I just want to make sure I throw that out there. But I do have some accidental panelists. So I'm going to switch to gallery. 3 of my panelists. Why Shoply and what's one reason why they should upgrade now? Whoever wants to take it, over to you.
Why Shoply? What else are you waiting for? You know, we only get a couple of chances in life. Is this your first or your last? So if not Shoply, then I don't see anything different. I don't, nothing bigger than this. So the reason that I jumped right on this was because simply I trusted the person that gave me a phone call. The reason we have done what we've done so far in a very short period of time is because we see an opportunity like we've never seen before. I'll leave you with this, Dick. I was on a call with the gentleman earlier, and I said, I do not think that the group that put this together ever had a vision of making this $1 billion annual company. I know for a fact they never had that conversation. Their conversation was multi-billion dollars a year.
Absolutely. If it's not 10, and we can't be, obviously direct sales networking is 1/4 of what we do. It's a component. If it's not 10 and we can't be the biggest, why do it? Somebody else talk to me about why Shoply for the new people and why to upgrade.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, it's about being part of a game-changing disruptor, right? So when you look at the Ubers and you look at all those things, we're about to disrupt an industry and reinvent it, where we provide something for everyone, and you can have a business that provides 8 streams of income, and those 8 streams of income play to different strengths and different abilities, and the opportunity to turn some of this stuff passive once you've got people on, and then, you know, build if you so wish to. So there's so many opportunities how to make revenue. Being at the forefront of the start of a new company like this is an opportunity you just don't want to lose your seat in. And I think the really big conversation we're having is it's not the initial investment that it costs you, because it's such a small investment for such a big potential ROI. And that helps all of the people get into their own business. And with all of the support, training, and everything you get, it's a no-brainer for someone that just wants to get financial security and live a life that's free for you to come and go where you work, where, you know, whenever you want. You don't have to go to a brick building. Ask a guy, can you have 2 weeks off a year? And you can work hard, but you'll get more, for me, response and more, you know, availability for your finances, and also your freedom to move around and actually live your life.
Beautifully stated. Thank you from Australia. Michael Brick, I'm going to pull you on even though you didn't ask me to. Tell me about global pools. Tell me about community bonus timing. Tell me about vendor development bonus. Those 3 bonuses of why to upgrade. Over to you.
All my favorite things, so to say. So let me just 1 second.
What time is it in Germany, by the way?
It's 1:10 a.m. or 1 just after 1 a.m. So let's talk about global bonus. This is one thing that really excites me over the edge, because this is if you imagine you could go back in time to 1994 and start with Amazon, and you would sit in Jeff Bezos' office in Seattle, and that guy would tell you, listen, if you build this company with me, you're going to get a share on the global revenue on everything that is sold over Amazon in the future. This is pretty much our global bonus. Usually when you start building a business, you just start on your own and everything that happens through you. But with the global bonus, you become a part of the global community and you have a share on everything that is sold over Shopee in the future. So this is huge. This is going to be, this is like a gift. Okay, nobody will say no to that. Vendor bonus and vendor check match bonus. This is crazy because if you build a team, and let's say I don't have any connections to vendors, but I have people in my team that bring on vendors, then I, as an upline, will have a vendor check match bonus. So for example, if I'm going to turn it around because it sounds better. If Temi brought me into the business, I'm Temi's first line. And if I bring a vendor that pays like $100,000 in commissions on the platform, Temi gets 3% of that. Now I get 3% of that. And Temi gets a check match bonus on what I earn on top of it. So this is also a very strong piece of our incentive plan that will drive a lot of revenue. And I think that some of us don't understand in full yet what that means and where this leads to. And what was the third one you wanted me to
Actually,
talk about?
that's good. It's a good transition, brother. I'll land the plane
Thank
on
you.
the third one. What do you have to do in order to get vendors? You have to do what? You have to upgrade to what? You have, go ahead. You have to upgrade to what is the question, Michael? What must you upgrade to?
Oh, well, you have to upgrade to an Influencer Pro.
Influencer
why
Pro.
would you not do that? I mean, this
Yes.
is like 300. Honestly, I know how it is. The $300 that you save there, it's going to cost you tens and tens of thousands of dollars in the
Good.
future. It's very simple as that.
They could for sure. And obviously no guarantees to anybody, but guys, bottom line is an Influencer Pro can get vendors. You get a license bonus, by the way, on that vendor for several $100s, which pays for the difference between Influencer and Influencer Pro. So if you just get one vendor ever, it paid for the difference. Then you get paid off the transactions of all of those. So bottom line, say yes, upgrade Influencer Pro. Thousands already have in the last couple of days since we've gone live 6 days ago. You need to be the next group to do so because the time is ticking. And you have a timestamp. You have a seat at your favorite, think of the largest, most important concert of the most important musicians of all time, dead or alive, doesn't matter. This is hypothetical. And there's a stadium that can seat 0 to 1 million people. Right now, you have a timestamp to reserve a seat in the first 5,000, 500, 5,000, 10,000, whatever your number is. Now it's time to pay for that seat. You have to pay for the seat that you reserved. If you pay for that seat, you might be in the front couple rows of the greatest concert of all time. If you don't pay for that seat, somebody else behind you takes that seat as long as they pay for that seat. You have it reserved, but you got to pay for it. Is it still going to be great in 90 days if you pay for a seat in the community bonus, a couple rows back? Absolutely. But is it going to be as lucrative as the opportunity that's in front of you right now? No. And remember, just because you have that seat doesn't guarantee you anything. It guarantees that when your community builds, whether you build it or not, that you could earn up to $500 a month, which is pretty cool because you could be trying so hard. You could be trying like with all your hearts and not having success, but you have successful leaders and it's waterfalling people into your community. That means there's seats being sat in next to you and behind you because of the person you're working with. And maybe you make an extra $200 a month because you said yes. I've been asked this question. I finally have the best answer for it. People say, well, why are you doing this with the community bonus? I have a really simple answer for this. It is a tangible way for us to reward pioneers. Usually in any startup company, If it's a traditional corporation, you know, they can give you maybe some shares or something. But in our type of business, it's just, hey, if you're here first, you're a pioneer, you have a better opportunity. But that's not tangible. It's theoretical. And yes, you're there first. You have a better shot at success. But we're creating a mathematical way to reward people for saying yes when we don't have everything in place, when buttons aren't working, when website's not up, when your stuff is not translated. You are getting rewarded for taking action first in a mathematical way, not like a pat on the back, but like, here you go. Here's some earnings for taking action. Ron and Rod, before we move into the call, what are your thoughts for anyone out there that hasn't upgraded yet?
I'll jump on first. I love the fact that at the startup mode, for me, it's all about knowing early, knowing about it and being able to help and strategize and build. It's more about being, for me, it's about how do you share the message? You know, if you're the first one out there, it's really about you get to sort of set up. Most of you on here that are influencer pros have already got some discussions going with vendors. I think we'll have a lot of influencer pros that only focus on getting vendors because they can do that very well. They're very good at business development or relationship development. That's fantastic. If that's your option, if that's what you want to do, there's a place for you to do that. Building a team, there's a place for you to do that. That is a waterfall scenario that allows the team to expand. Then affiliates come with, then customers come with, and your team can go into different markets. I love the fact that if you're here and you're cutting the path with some of your team right now as a very early adopter, then you get to set the tone. You get to set the leadership. You get to drive. To me, that's super valuable.
Yeah, I'll add to that. I mean, how many times in our lives or in your life did you get something pretty cool, but you kind of were reluctant to do it because of maybe your belief in self, your belief to execute? This is a time that you break through that. This is a time when you step through and say, okay, this is my opportunity to manage the risk. And the way you manage the risk that you take is you throw yourself 100% into it, as many of the people on this Zoom have done, throwing themselves into it to manage the risk and make it happen. I can't think of a more apropos opportunity right now, because look, with AI coming, there's all these benefits that are coming, and you don't want to get left behind. You want to be out in front, and Shoply is out in front, and you are out in front right now. So folks, don't sit and think too much. You know, follow your heart, trust your gut, use your brain. Let's go.
All right, let's shift gears. We got several announcements here. You know, some of them are just business announcements. Some of them are tech announcements. Some of them you're going to love. Some of them you're not. It just, that is what pre-launch is about. That's what being a pioneer is about. Make no mistake about it. We're a tech company, and we are building the most difficult, intense, complicated tech platform to ever enter a space of direct sales networking. That's for sure. But we have the talent, we have the cash, and we have the leadership to get it done. But just like anything else, we're going to miss deadlines on certain tech updates and releases. So let's start with one of the things that we want to share with all of you. Obviously, we just started accepting credit cards a couple days ago. We might be 5 days in. And when we started doing that, we were able to identify trends and patterns of issues of behavior from the field, or you guys, or issues with the banks, or issues with our end of it. All of it has to be stress tested to see what's working, what's not working. Now we have a really good understanding of what's working and what's not working. So we thought it would be very fair to each of you guys, specifically those who have had a credit card challenge or an issue of some sort, or those of you who haven't made the decision yet, or those of you who maybe just need more time to come up with the money. We're going to extend the upgrade period for the first wave of the community bonus to September 3rd, 11:59 Central Time. Everything is always Central Time. That's where the headquarters is. So I'm going to say it again. We're extending the opportunity to pay for your timestamp, your seat that you reserved in the front few rows of the greatest event of all time, we're extending your opportunity to reserve that seat. That being said, Tiffany, I've seen you raise your hand about 25 times. If you just want to write a question, I promise we'll answer it. Feel free to write a question. Anyone on the panel that wants to speak to what this means for your people or people that are in your team, feel free to dive in. Take it away.
I think it's a really good thing that we're extending, because as someone, you know, I look at Rod and I see what he's done, and with someone who's done complex technology transformations, that decision to give that extension for me shows the professionalism and the understanding of not only tech implementation, but change management thought processes in the market, right? Because a lot of people feel under pressure. I know from my team, so I'll speak for mine. We feel under pressure because if there was a little bit of a bug or we can't process, or with the card issues that you just spoke about in some areas, some went through swimmingly, beautiful, some that didn't. There was that pressure of the times running out, and I've said I've got a bug and I can't move forward. So the panic started to set in to go, I don't want to miss my timestamp because I have an issue with progressing. And then, of course, we went straight to Rod, tech team, fixed up, all the rest of it. So having those extra days, when you're thinking about all the different cards, all the different countries, all the different things that we need to do to get it done, I think it takes the pressure off, the panic of not being able to have your timestamp, but it also gives people time to still keep inviting. So the more we can put through, the more testing we get, the more we can see, you know, how the tech's working. And as a pioneer, that's what we've signed up for. And I think it's a really good opportunity, and everyone can just have a bit of a breather, guys, because deadline's not tonight. But don't give up the intensity of what we're doing to bring people on, if that makes sense to everyone. So don't think, oh, now I can sit and relax for 3 days. Don't have anxiety about it, but we're not slowing down.
Trace, hold that thought right there. I want to jump on your point. You just gave a beautiful point. Right now, there's 500 people on from all over the world. If they all send out 10 invitations right now, that's 5,000 timestamps. If you stop inviting, you're putting your people back another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 seats at that concert. Anyone who stops inviting, you're punishing your friend, or you're punishing your business contact. You're not punishing yourself, but you're punishing them, because everyone else is still inviting. Great point. Let's take one or two more.
Hey, Nick, we are extremely thankful to everybody that identified this challenge that people were having. Not everything went smoothly, and people weren't getting frustrated. They're just eager. So I want to thank you guys for allowing us to go back, let them know that everything is being worked. We understand the challenges, and it gives us more days to do what we love to do, which is get people upgraded. So.
One more, who wants it?
Yeah, Nick, I was just gonna say thanks. We got a phone call.
Hey guys. So yeah,
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was pretty grateful too, because everybody was kind of stressing out, trying to get through to the holiday weekend and everything. So now it gives us 3 more days from this point forward to be able to get everybody what they need. And most people are getting their checks on the 1st and all this other stuff. So I had a lot of people stressing, and I think it's going to relieve a lot of pressure and give us a little bit more where people are a little more calm and they'll be able to sit down and do it. We're trying to all do our busy lives and then get everybody upgraded. And if they have one little issue, it creates a lot of, panic. So I was actually asking the universe for this, and it came through. So I thank you guys for giving us that opportunity.
Thank you for leading, brother. And I know if anybody needs help, you got a couple credit cards in that beard somewhere. They can come find a credit card.
Buddy, I got a couple more right here. Yep.
Hey, I want to say something.
Can I just say one really important thing? This is the 1,000th millionth question that we've got that needs to be answered. Guys, if someone you've brought on upgrades before you do not lose your spot. Right? This is my frequently asked question. Someone's just signed up, they've upgraded before me, and I had a bug and not alone. Do I lose spot.
don't
No, no,
you don't lose your spot or your bonus unless you don't upgrade. Unless you don't upgrade by the third. If you don't upgrade by the third, then you would lose both the spot and the bonus. Thank you for bringing that up, Trace. It's beautifully stated. Ron, go ahead and then over to Chris.
Yeah, this to me just shows that the company chooses logic and common sense over ego and attachment. Right now we're going through some things with credit card companies and banks and all these different things. And this makes a lot of sense, folks, just to be able to prolong a little bit and do it. And I also like it because we're starting to see the numbers spike right now. People are pushing through and figuring out these little breakthroughs. So we're starting to see the spiking right now we wanted to see. So let's keep the spike going, guys.
All right, I got a question here from Don, which is, what's the importance of a timestamp when people are holding signups in their holding tank? Well, the people that have upgraded, they've upgraded to their own timestamp. The people that have upgraded right now may have a timestamp that's later than someone you got that's going to upgrade tomorrow. So the timestamp that they have from the invitation is the seat they've reserved at the concert. Once the third turns to midnight, they lose that reservation and people start moving up in seats. That's the best way I can explain it. All right, Chris, take it. Did you already go, Chris, or no?
No, I was just going to say thank you because this is the way I'm taking this and this is how personal I am with it. You guys are now giving some of us the ability for the ones that got in real early to really make this mean something. Okay, because those extra 500 people that can now go send out 5, 10, 15 more invites. Thank you guys, because now this timestamp is truly going to have a massive definition.
For those of you guys that are continually raising your hand repeatedly, just throw a question in, or I'll start hitting you guys in the chat box directly. iPhone Jeff, I see that hand. I just sent you a chat direct. All right. So I think we've gone through everything with regards to the upgrade, and it sounds like most people are excited, but there's a chain reaction to that, which is your wallets. So your wallets are now going to be loaded on the 4th because we're allowing everybody to go through the 3rd at midnight. Now there's one potential exception for that, and that may, I'm gonna throw that out there now as an asterisk. I'll have Rod speak to this in a second, but we use different wallets because not one wallet fits all marketplaces. And we know for sure, those of you guys that are covered in, let's say 80% of the marketplace, your wallet is good to go, will be loaded. Once we close business on Tuesday, we're going to load you with your license bonuses. If anyone has any short-term difficulty, contact your leader, get with your leader. Let's figure out how to support you in the next few days. Like, let's not stress about that. But everybody else, hey, it's going to be, and you're going to be able to double dip with any licenses that you enroll in the next few days. Rod, do you want to speak to the differences between two different wallets and that some areas don't hold the same wallet?
Sure. So both types of wallets, thank you. Both types of wallets are virtual wallets that allow you to transfer your commissions, your incentive plan earnings directly to this wallet. Then you can transfer them to your bank or whatever process you want to do personally. Both of them will require a process, and the process is a little bit different for them. One of them is called CoinZoom, and the other one is called iPayout, and they cover different regions. So wherever you actually live, when your commissions, when your incentive plan bonuses, whatever, get pushed to you in your back office, when you're receiving that, it will prompt you for the correct commission process or the wallet of that country or state or province where you live. So each one of them is a little bit different. It has to do with how they've integrated with banking institutions or et cetera. So you'll just go to your back office, click on it. You'll see the incentive plan bonuses and commissions that are coming to you from whatever you're working through, whatever you're doing at the time, not just this next week, but when you go there, whenever you see that, it will show you which one is your option. Then it will simply edit that information. In one instance, you may decide, and I think you probably will need to download an app, very simple app where you can update that information. You can carry it with you and see it on the go. The other one is likely to be just stored in your back office, might have an option for an app, but just follow the process. Follow the process, give the information you need so that it'll be activated, Nick, and you can just transfer your bonuses and commissions straight to yourself.
Thank you. A couple things of what this means. Catherine has a great question. How does that affect my monthly fees? Your monthly fee is tied to the day that you enrolled or upgraded. So if you upgraded today, your monthly fee would be in 30 days. If you upgraded on the 27th, your monthly fee would be on the 27th. Now, I want to talk about customer count, not customers, customer count. This is an important thing for everybody. Because of a chain reaction here of timing, for the month of September, you're not going to have to adhere to required customer counts to achieve different statuses. So if a status says you need 10 customers, just for September, that is going to be removed. Now, you will have the ability to get customers. Customers will be buying and purchasing. We're just saying you will not have to worry about a customer count requirement in the month of September and September only. Okay. Let's see. A couple other questions that are out there that maybe we're throwing out there to everybody before we move forward. Rod, there's some good banking questions in there, so I'm gonna kick those to you.
Yeah, I'm just
iPhone
answering them live. I'm answering them
iPhone
live.
Jeff, iPhone Jeff, throw the question in the Q&A. Otherwise, I'm just gonna remove you. Okay. Rach, thank you so much. I've emailed several times. Okay, I'm gonna let, I know, Rod, actually, Rod, you want to talk to what you're doing with the team in terms of responses, et cetera? Because obviously anyone that has a challenge is pushing out towards your team. Why don't we
Yeah.
speak to what we're doing? I think that's smart.
Yeah, let's talk for a second about credit cards only briefly. Just understand that credit cards and different types of payment cards really function regionally. So if you're in Nigeria, if you're in Africa, if you're in Europe, if you're in Asia, if you're in Australia, if you're in the United States, your card, even if they both said Visa for any one where I just mentioned in a different region, could function differently because regions are different. Visa itself is not integrated the same, or MasterCard is not integrated the same across the world. So just understand that your banking institution controls most of that. So when you come in, what we end up doing is looking at it and saying, okay, this institution is talking to our institution. We might need to adjust the communication a little bit to make sure that it comes through correctly. Follow the process. The most important thing I can tell you right now is if you have a question at all about an enrollment of yourself, Influencer Pro, influencer, of soon affiliates, any of those questions that you want to ask, beta test at shoply.com. Beta test, BETATEST at shoply.com. Send that in. Our team is reviewing those daily and is trying to get back to you. Sometimes what we do is we look and see, okay, did this already self-resolve because of the communication between the financial institutions? If it did, we'll say, looks like you're in and good to go. Looks like you're ready to build your business. Whatever we end up saying to you, you are there, and we'll respond back to you, and then we'll mark it as resolved. If there's still an issue, we ask you to be patient with us and work it back and forth, because in some instances, we're adjusting how our banks and our communication happen between the transaction. Fair enough? Thank you, Nick.
Thank you for sharing. And guys, I want to share this. Our leadership that we work with, they either have a close relationship with Ron Williams or myself, or maybe you have a close relationship with Rod. And Rod and I have known each other of each other. We've known of each other for 15 years. And we ran companies in parallel to each other. We were competing for the same market share and some of our products. And I've only heard the greatest things about Rod from the people that I know that he led, because I was always trying to recruit them. I wanted his people with us, and vice versa. And I got a chance to meet him 8 months ago. We've been working together very closely. I want to tell you guys how committed he is. He doesn't leave the Q&A right now to the team. He goes through and rereads every email at the end of the night from all of you, so he can have the greatest pulse to the field without having it filtered from other people. That is commitment and leadership. Ron, I know you've been in this game for a long time. Have you ever seen a CEO that will sit there and read through each customer service email just to have the pulse?
I'll tell you what, I'm so impressed with Rod. He's just such a balanced guy, so easy. He's kind of happy-go-lucky a little bit, but not really. It's all front. The guy is really talented, really skilled, and really cares, and very detailed. The way our team interacts right now, Nick, It's a beautiful thing waiting to happen. It's happening right now.
You guys
So
are very kind. Thank you so much. I want to say I want to express to each of you on the call, I take your business very, very seriously. What we have created together is an opportunity, and it's like maybe it's like an eagle in the egg still. The opportunity for that eagle to hatch and then soar and see the views and fly at its highest. That's where we are right now. And I take that incubation process very, very seriously, as I know Nick and Ron do, and I love the interaction. It's all about you. Run, go, get it, believe, trust, fly. Let's go.
amen. Okay. So gang, I know we got a lot of questions out there regarding what are the next steps beyond this. So we're going to do this very quickly. I want to give you guys a beat up little calendar here of events. I want to make sure I got the right one. Give me a second. We're going to have a waterfall of changes based on that initial change. I'm going to repeat that again. We're going to have a waterfall of changes based on the initial change, because backing up the upgrades creates a chain reaction. One of that is the payment, right? So if we back up upgrades, we got to allow upgrades to close, pay everybody in their wallet. Now, let me pull up, of course, when I want it. Oh, here we go. So this upgrade process, I'm going to delete this. Okay. Repeating, you're going to get to go until the 3rd of September at midnight to upgrade Central Daylight Time. And then here's the waterfall after that. Affiliates then will be the 8th, because there's no reason for us to be focusing on free affiliates yet until we get everybody in, everybody settled. Then what's going to happen is customers is going to go back 1 week. So as you guys know, we have several dozen beta vendors that are already in, uploading images or will be uploading. Actually, I've seen a bunch of them already in there doing this.
Yeah.
More to come. So your friends and family kind of customer experience on the 15th. This is out of order, I apologize. Your first community bonus payments, whether it's $20, $15, $15,000. It's going to be on September 10th. Vendors open to all vendors is the 22nd. But I think all of you know, or you should, that we're open to vendors right now who are friendlies. How do you position this? It's an influencer pro who also wants to be a vendor. And if you didn't know this, we've gifted a free vendor license to anyone who is an influencer pro who also wants it's really a vendor who wants to launch their own affiliate network. So they sign up as an influencer pro now, and then we're giving them a free vendor license. They have to go through the approval process. If you go to our Shoply channel on Telegram, there's a document that vendors can fill out. But if you didn't know, if somebody didn't tell you, right now, any vendor who wants to launch their own affiliate channel, they sign up as an influencer pro, they can get a free vendor license. Rod, let me kick to you to go through that part, just in case I botched it.
No, I think your schedule looks right to me. Throw it back up on the screen if you don't mind.
Yeah, the part I want you to speak to is vendors who want to go influencer pro first and then get a free license. Anything you want to add to that?
No, it's pretty self-explanatory. The reason we've created it like this, we care about the chain of referral. There's a couple of questions going on in the chat about that. We are crowdsourcing everything that we do at Shoply because we're simply a SaaS platform. We got the vendors, we got the influencers and influencer pros and the affiliates coming on, and all of them are bringing customers. Our job is to make sure that vendors can offer products. They set the commissions, do all of that. So we want to make sure that the ones that you bring on, that you talk to, are ready to go, and we connect that to an influencer pro, because we never want to see a vendor try to come around the back door and say to us as a company, hey, I heard about this somewhere else. I didn't want to talk to that person because it sounded like they might have something in their own side pocket or whatever. We absolutely are crowdsourcing it through each of you on this call. We never want to see that happen. So they have to be tied to an influencer pro. which means, Nick, in answer to your question, they
Yeah.
can enroll right now as an Influencer Pro. And in this promotion we just talked about, they can become a vendor attached to that. They have to be a combined license.
This document is pinned, it's pinned in Telegram. So I would get your friendly vendors, the ones that are super friendly, that want to be a part of the beta test. We can get them in right now, get a free license. And you can join our Telegram right here. So no reason for you guys. By the way, in the Q&A box, if you're an Influencer Pro who also could be a vendor, go ahead and light up the Q&A box right now. I'd love to know who you are. Go ahead and put it into the Q&A box. Tell us your type of product. Tell us if you have digital products. Ron, I know you've got different people you're working with out there. Have you got anybody, Ron, that said yes to being an early beta vendor and also launching their own affiliate channel? What type of companies have you seen so far?
We've seen health plans come about. We've seen supplements come about. There's several things that are coming in. They're just very unique. Little phone protectors, little digital products, little tech products that go with your phone. I'm very tickled to see what's coming out. And guys, the quality is just going to keep going, and the variety is going to go crazy. And the wonderful thing is that the vendors get to set the tone themselves, how much they're going to pay and how much they're going to charge.
Rod, obviously, Rod Larson, obviously one of the questions is always, hey, when can we see the early list of pre-approved vendors? As soon as we get them through all the steps of entering their paperwork, et cetera. You know, this is from Rob. If you're working with a vendor out there that said yes, we need them to upload their stuff. Over 50% of the vendors that have said yes have not uploaded their paperwork. So we need you guys to give them a push. You know how it works. Somebody gets something for free, they don't value it, they don't do the work. So we need your help to go out there and give a push. Rod, any other closing thoughts on vendor? Actually, let me kick over to two people from the gallery here. Panel, two people in the gallery. Anything you got to say about the vendor free license?
I think this is an awesome opportunity. I mean, an awesome opportunity for every single one of us to have on early vendors, and also to have another goodie, you know, to get a free license when you're a friendly vendor. And also, I think this is a perfect timing to grow with the company, to really be here on day one and make this deal fly. So I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity given by you guys, and thank you for that.
Hey, quick announcement. We have a question here that says, hey, I just had a vendor that asked for the early opportunity. They were told no. That's because we were waiting for the announcement right now. So now they can resubmit. We re-announced it. We reopened it. And obviously, Rod will let the team know on the other side that we've reopened. Let's take one more. Anything on vendors? Tony and Rhonda. Rhonda, talk to me about vendors.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about all of the different products that are out there as a woman that I love and that I go on Amazon and I buy, or I go to my, a little boutique in town or whatever, where they have their own Amazon shop or Shopify. Those are the type of people that are wanting to get their products out there. And I've just literally been talking to everybody about like, hey, how would you like a larger platform to put your product on? As long as you have enough inventory, you have the ability to, actually ship it out and stuff. Let's have a conversation. And we're getting on Zooms every day and we're talking to people. And there's a lot of people out there that have no idea that we even exist. And they're really excited about it because $1,000 is nothing. And if they actually are a networker or somebody that wants to go build a team, hey, you can get that for free. And they even get more excited because they have affiliate program already that they want to bring over with them. So I'm really happy about this part of it because it's something brand new for me, actually.
Thanks, Rhonda. And hey, gang, remember that we're not looking for all vendors right now. That's really important. The vendors we're looking for right now love the concept. They've looked at the Influencer Pro videos and they're like, holy cow, this is amazing. I want to be a part of this. Vendors that are more critical or analytical or like they're super structured, we don't want them in the beta test. That's not good for you and it's not good for them. So there's a certain type of vendor we want in right now, and that's somebody that's great for a beta test. So make sure you guys are thinking through that. You'll know when we're ready for vendors because I'm going to release you videos, tools, pitch decks. We'll start doing vendor snapshots, presentations, trainings. That's when it's game time for vendors. All right, any other thoughts on vendors here before we move on? All right, I'm gonna kick to my buddy Rod to dive into those Q&A so I can pull out of the Q&A there, and we're gonna keep talking.
Flying through them.
Thank you, sir. So gang, couple of the things, I'll actually show a couple of things here. I don't think everyone has seen even the basics of what's the website look like. So I had a question from Richie Coletti, said, Nick, can you show the website? Yeah, I'm gonna show, it is the website, but it is built with mock-up. It's the mock-up website. So you guys know what we're building, and inside of this will be all the actual vendors. But here's the mock-up. If you've never seen the mock-up, let me take a second to show you what version 1. Come on, Nick. Where is it? Sorry, guys. I got 20 slide decks open here. Let me give you guys an idea of what version 1 of this company looks like in our, oh man. Okay, let me jump to something else then. Usually I don't run the slide deck, guys. Sorry about that. All right, I'm going to jump to, really quickly because it's in front of me, I'm going to jump to what your sales funnels will look like. So we're currently building out your sales funnels, because if I'm you, I'm asking myself, man, do I have to present to everybody? Does everybody have to go through a 30-minute presentation? How do I get people? And the answer is, when it's done and we're ready for affiliates, you guys are going to have your own sales funnels that are built for you. It'll be shopleypartners.com/your username. And this is not what they look like. I just want to show you a flow. So you'll send them to your website. It'll say influencer path or vendor path. They can click on either one. When they click on influencer path, it'll ask them, what is Shopley? It'll show them a 3-minute video. They can enroll or ask for more information. If they ask for more information, it'll say, how does it work? 3-minute video, ready to enroll. When they click ready to enroll, they now put in their name and phone number. It works just like the invitation system. They are now attached to you as a lead for 30 days. This is your 30 days right to enrollment. If you don't enroll them in 30 days, they become free to the public again. This is for influencers. So once they put that information in, it brings them to the enrollment page where they see an enrollment video, the packages, and they'll see the people enrolling that week. If they say they're not ready to enroll, they'll go to a 20-minute snapshot, frequently asked questions, back to enroll. When they do enroll, getting started training, dashboard, that's the sales funnel. So we are building this out for you, so you don't have to. So they're going to go this way for influencers, that way for vendors, different videos, same path, same architecture, different videos, different conversations. Panel, how many guys like this?
I'm shaking my head right now. I just can't believe it. One of my challenges being a digital creator is bringing a product to market and doing everything you just said, which is this door for this funnel for this funnel for this. Here's what you do. Hey, no, go here. Like, that has been the biggest challenge for me. I'm sure for a lot of people, to see how it's laid out, how clean it looks, how billionaire-esque it looks. I'm so excited. Like, I cannot wait to do what I love to do, which is be a traffic cop and point people to a link. Oh my gosh, watch this. Oh my gosh, watch this. So thank you guys. I cannot wait for the finished product.
Thank you, buddy. One more.
It's amazing. I think it's so clean, but the real key thing with it is it's so easy to use. It's so simple, even though there's so many complex things that we do across the 8 lines, the business of this and that. But the actual use for the customer and for us as members is really taking something complex and making it simple and easy to use.
Thank you for sharing. Hey, by the way, I found the website I wanted to show a second ago. Here we go, guys. Turns out I just had to scroll up. Okay, so here's an example of the customer experience when we go live here in 2 weeks. Now, I want to preface this by saying, remember, a customer is not going to go to shopley.com. They're going to hear about Rod's favorite product, which is Brazilian nut body butter. He puts that on his head. That's how he gets that glow. And somebody is going to go live and say, hey, I love this product. You all should buy it. They're going to swipe up and it's going to bring them to the affiliates Shoply store featuring this particular product. They're entering through the product. They don't enter through a shopping mall. They enter through the product. Then they see the brand, all the other products from the brand. Then they see the categories, right? So that's how they're really going to enter. So this shows you straight from the get out, the category side. I just wanted to say that from the get-go. So they'll go through some categories here. Is it cooking, clocks, toys? Obviously, clocks is just a placeholder there. Our featured vendors be at the top here. Hot products, what's really selling right now. Other, recent products. I want to search for a laptop. Here we go. Hit the laptop. This is a vendor that put his or her images up. Here's the details of it. Here's the pictures. I added it to the wish list. Okay, cool little pictures. Great, I'm done. I bought a laptop. So gang, if you were stressed out about, was this real? Or what is this going to look like? Or are you going to be comfortable sending this to people? I hope that gives you guys a little bit of sigh of relief. Here's an example of a customer clicking on e-learning. Like, what categories do I want? Business, finance. They go find a sales course. Click on the sales course. It's $99. I can learn about it. This is the course creator and the other courses of the course creator. You can learn about her. You can go look for other courses. Let's go see. I want to learn about how to have a diet plan. We scroll down. This one's $25 or $20. Let me add it to my wish list. Or what about this? Check this out. A lot of you guys don't know this. A customer can share products they like too. And when another customer buys, that customer gets rewards points, the equivalent of a direct bonus, and you get the volume, but they're getting rewards points to your customer. You're going to keep your customers for life. Obviously, when a customer starts getting customers, that's a sign that you should upgrade them. Okay, couple thoughts. Let me hear two from the panel, or Rod or Ron. Anyone that wants to dive in, go for it.
Let me add one real quick. I just think it's important to realize, if you think about any of the platforms that you might have done shopping on before, it's not like if you live in, let's call it an Asian region, and you're shopping on that platform there, that the same products that you see there would be the same products as in the United States in every instance. Most of the digital products will be available in worldwide markets, anything that's training related, and those trainers and educators and content creators hopefully we'll have done some translation on some of those videos, et cetera. Those will be available in different areas around the world, but the products are going to be specific to your region and country. And the shopping experience will scale, information will scale, the size of the experience on your phone, your laptop, your iPad, that will all scale. It all depends on where you live. And of course, as a vendor, they can, if you, as an influencer pro, you can find a vendor. Boom, I talked to somebody the other day who has a vendor in India that's very advanced, right? Very advanced, wants to put a ton of products on. It's like, great, you will be an amazing vendor for India. So, I mean, every country is going to be a little different. The content will be different. The products will be different. You just need to source through it and find it. There won't be a list that says, hey, go look at the new vendors. Just go shop, look at them. It's going to be there.
Hey, buddy, you just triggered something I haven't brought up in a long time, but I'm going to tell you guys this. We are currently in deep conversations with 4 of the largest 8 speakers, authors, brands in the world today. What does that mean? It means we're going to get one of them, maybe 2. But if all 4 of them are 3, 4, or 5 conversations deep, they are all extremely intrigued about what we're doing. And these are all people you know, it's people you listen to, it's people you buy from, maybe you've been certified by them. We are deep down the path with several of these companies. Okay, one more from the panel.
I hear. So guys, they say if the vision's big enough, then the process is insignificant. That's how I feel right now. Just to tee that up a little bit, let me give you a little appetizer, a sneak peek at our future. what if our competitors or would-be competitors were to start their company several years ago with a finder for every product that was uploaded on their platform, and or a finder's fee where they got paid a, how would that even look today? It'd be nuts. That's how we begin, guys. We have a finder associated with each vendor that goes up, who's going to get a finder's fee, a royalty, 3% of the volume. Very powerful, just as a way to start. So guys, that's our entree.
One more. I'm answering some questions. So anyone that thinks I'm just off doing nothing, I'm answering some questions. One more. Keep going. Actually, let's do this. We're going to close up the call right now. I'm looking at the time. Let's take, everybody does not have to speak. There's a lot of people on here that were just trading seats. If 2 or 3 or 4 max, 2 or 3 of you guys want to share closing thoughts, state of Shopley, the state of your team, the state of the excitement, over to you guys.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Sure.
We're all so excited, and even though that the things with the gateways didn't work perfectly, we all had so much faith, and the communication was so good with corporate, and I want to thank you for that. I was never stressed, actually, because I knew that you would give us more time. Actually, I knew that you would try and find the solution, and you did. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Anybody else? State of the team, excitement. Where's your flow at?
I think everyone's really excited, and every day that goes on and every call that comes, they jumping on all the calls, you learn something new every day, right? Trying to get your head around what it is. Don't panic. You don't have to learn it all in one day, but if you're jumping on these calls, you will just naturally learn every day. And the more I see people learning, the more people are engaged with the calls and understanding what's possible in this business, the more excited they become, because once it lands, it's mind-blowing. And I think, you know, being engaged in these type of calls and asking the questions and learning it can only help you accelerate and share the story with everybody else.
Tracy, you were awesome today. One more, and then let's hear from Ron and Ron.
Hey, I say commit now, figure it out later. That's what I did. I jumped in with both feet. I didn't even fully understand what was going on for the first week. Nick told me to come to Dallas. I went to Dallas. I signed up. I didn't understand anything. I just started figuring it out. The excitement's there. I mean, some of the newer people are asking a lot of questions, have a lot of concern. They don't see a platform. Just have a little bit of faith. Just remember some of us, the pioneers that were in that room at the very beginning, the 125 of us, we've been in this for probably about 6 weeks longer than everybody else. And, you know, we're still hanging on with the same amount of excitement as I started with it today. This is going to be huge. You guys are going to be doing really well in life. This is a great way for us to champion the small guys and help you guys grow. Some of us are really big leaders. You guys don't even have any idea the amount of people and leadership that you have that can help you grow and get you to a level that you have never seen before. I'm just super excited, and I'm glad everybody's here.
Richie, you brought on one of the top 10 speakers in America that's building his store right now, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Bravo,
going to be bringing
brother.
on a whole lot more. We've you know, over 500 speakers in our network. So there's going to be so much learning and coaching and whatever mentorship you guys need. Please lean on us. We're here for you.
You rock, brother. Okay, Ron and Rod, let's wrap it up.
Ron, you want to go first? I'll go next. I'll go next. Love you guys. You're outstanding, amazing. It's fun to be with you in this process. I appreciate the fact that you're willing to go through and base it on trust. We got your best interest in heart. Don't be surprised if you get a little email response directly from me as I'm looking through some of these credit card issues or even the support, the vendor issues. A couple of last reminders. If you have an issue with credit cards or enrolling somebody currently as an influencer or influencer pro, the email address to send it to is betatest@shopley.com. If you do have a vendor that you want to introduce to the process, make sure you go to the Telegram channel and download the quick process there so that you can have that vendor send an email, a very importantly scripted email, to vendorapp@shopley.com. Thank you for your belief. Let's go.
Ron Williams, we lose him? Okay, guys, let me give my closing thoughts. We're a tech company. Guys, we're a tech company. We're not a network marketing company selling one product in one country that we just got to slap a label on. And we just got to, you know, get some people excited to go sell the magic ingredients. We're a tech platform integrating the same way Amazon does with eventually thousands of vendors, doing it across 175 something countries with wallets, integrating with the influencers, building their tools, merchant accounts. This is an insanely deep, heavy lift. This is us right here. We're the enthusiasts. We can't expect, if you got people that are like, I don't believe, that's okay. Guys, they're not part of the 2.5%. The reason why you're in the first seats in that community bonus, because you're here. I have to be the first to try this. I have to be the first to try this. That's why we're here. Then in 2 months, the next 13% come. I want to show this helpful company. Look how great this company is. Look how great this company is. After you guys have positioned, then we're going to get the people that are pragmatic. Hey, give me a good reason to use this. Why should I use this? And then it goes to the people that, well, I should have started doing this earlier, right? We don't even need the skeptics. We don't even need to get there. It doesn't even matter. But I need you to understand, you're either here or you're one of these other ones. Because if you're sitting here going, well, I'm not doing this because of this reason and that reason and that reason and this reason. Look, we're a tech company. We're here. I get it. We can be back for you. We'll be back for you soon over here. But if you're like, no, this is normal. I get it. And I want to be in the lead. I want to be in the forefront. Welcome to the forefront. On my tour here to Europe, it was so abundantly clear the positioning of our company and just the great need for what we have. The need for a stay-at-home mom to make $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 a month, just doing live commerce, never leaving her house. The need for somebody that, you know, likes the idea of network marketing, but is not good at building a team to do business development, bring vendors on all over the world and get paid a royalty-like payment for that. The need for team builders who have to build worldwide today to say, man, no more travel companies, no more Forex, no more here today, gone tomorrow, crypto deals. Give us a product company that can go worldwide. Well, we built the platform, you're going to bring the products. That's the relationship, that's the partnership. And then the need for the vendor. Guys, the vendor's getting killed by everybody. Alibaba squeezing them out, Facebook, everybody's squeezing the vendor. We're a marketplace that says, no. Let's us decide the payments. Let's us decide who makes money and how. Let's us decide the levers. And let's help vendors get exposure and guaranteed revenue. They don't pay unless they get a customer. It's not guaranteed revenue, but the fact that you don't have to pay $1 until after you get a customer. Obviously, guys, sorry, buy your license and you know, buy your license, pay your subscription as a vendor. But you make 100 sales, you didn't pay for those 100 sales until after you made the 100 sales. In Facebook, you pay $5,000 a month, whether you get a sale or not on those advertisements. You're buying those ads. You're buying those ads on Google AdWords for your placement, whether you sell a product or not. This is the home for everybody. We've created something that's free and fun and fresh and exciting and powerful. And here's the best word I can give you: authentic. If you don't want to sell that product, don't sell it. If you don't want to sell that thing, don't sell it. Find your voice, find your brand, find your place of authenticity, and run. You're an enthusiast for a reason. You're here before everyone else for a reason. Thank you for your choice, your decision, your faith, your belief, and your commitment. Thank you for believing in us. We believe in you. Let's go make a run to September 3rd. Let's get everybody upgraded that we can. Have a great weekend, everybody.